Hi all, welcome back to Indeed IAS. Let's begin the discussion. Enforcement Directorate probes KWFB borrowings. So we know that Enforcement Directorate is a central government agency, right, which will probe or which will make investigation into issues like money laundering or else other illicit activities like financial terrorism, etc. So this is one of the prominent organization which also works for the international institutions like FATF. Alright, so this ED has started conducting a preliminary inquiry on the KWFB, which is a state agency of the Kerala government, which stands for Kerala Infrastructure Investment Fund Board. Now, on what grounds it is probing this inquiry? The inquiry is because this KWFB has involved in illegal borrowing from the overseas market. Overseas means foreign countries. So it has borrowed from foreign countries in such a way that the way it is borrowed, it is against the provisions of the Foreign Exchange Management Act. Okay. Now, what is the primary basis of allegation? See, you know that whenever the money that is incurred, expenditure, right, any expenditure that is incurred by the government or government's organizations, that will be undergone the auditing by the constitutional body called COG, Comptroller and Auditor General. So in the COG auditing, COG has found out that KWFB has issued some masala bonds, okay, without the consent of the central government. So it has not taken the permission of central government and it has issued masala bonds, which is against the Article 293 of the Indian Constitution. So what are these masala bonds? Masala bonds are rupee denominated bonds issued in offshore capital markets. To put it simple, see, if a government wants to, government or any organization, if they want to raise investment, right, they will do it by issuing bonds. Okay. So for example, this KWFB has issued bonds of worth 10 crores, right? Now, whenever the bonds that are issued, right, to raise investment from foreign countries, the guarantee will be given to that money by the central government. Okay, understood? That is a crucial point. If the money that is borrowed within the domestic market, then guarantee from central government is not necessary. But if it is from foreign nations, if you borrow money, particularly if any government entity, organization like state governments, if they borrow money from foreign nations, now the permission consent of the central government is mandatory. That is what the COG is blaming the KWFB. It has issued masala bonds without the central government consent. Masala bonds are essentially, they are offshore capital markets, means those bonds that are issued in foreign countries. Rupee denominated bonds again means you can issue bonds in two ways: foreign denomination or else rupee denomination. Means the difference, the distinction is, if you issue the money bonds in rupee denominations, you will pay the interest to that person who has given loan in terms of rupees only. For example, it has taken 10 crores by issuing bonds, KWFB. Now since they are rupee denominated bonds, the interest will be paid. Let's assume something like 10 lakhs per month as an interest. Interest will be paid in the form of rupees only. Okay. If it is regular bonds, then it will be paid in the form of dollars, like $100, etc. Now why it's altogether a different story? Why? What is the advantage of rupee denominated bonds over the foreign denominated bonds? It's a long story which we will not discuss here. Anyway, this methodology of issuing bonds is against the Article 293. That's what COG said. But however, Kerala government defends that KWFB is a corporate entity. it is not a statutory body. Statutory body means that organization which was established by an act of parliament or by an act of state legislature. Now Kerala says that it is not a statutory body, it's a corporate entity. So masala bonds can be issued by corporate entity without the consent of government. That is the main thing here. Okay, so corporate entity can issue masala bonds without government's consent, because in this case who will be the guarantor? The company, the corporate company itself will guarantee the money. Understood? So no need to take permission from the central government. That is what the primary argument. Therefore, since the KWFB is not a statutory body but it's a corporate entity, there is no violation in the transactions or the money that is raised by the KWFB will not subject to any kind of violation. That is what the stand of Kerala government. Now we have to again wait and see what kind of improvements will happen in the next course of time. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.